We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. Why? Because something has gone wrong. Should we fight for the freedom? Definitely yes. But should we fight for freedom? In actual sense, no. Because our Constitution provides us freedom. We shouldn't fight for freedom. We should enjoy freedom by living in peace, side by side. We can express ourselves. We can be tolerant to each other. But what has gone wrong in Uganda is so sickening. Somebody says something, other people, they take it in a bad way. No tolerance. You can do something, no tolerance. You can be outspoken as I am, no tolerance. Why? It's normal. But we need to remember freedom is for all. Every day, we don't need to fight for freedom. However, if things they have gone wrong, people are going to fight for freedom. I hear the song, "We are fighting for freedom." So it's not only one person fighting for freedom, but we are fighting for freedom. So that we can get to a point that I can say something and people they can see the positive and the negative. And I can be accommodated. I can be tolerated. Where we stand now, Uganda has gone to another level. Let me explain. We've got political dynamics in Uganda. Just before 2019, we had dynamics whereby we had our president who went to bush, fought the war for 5 years, and came to power. And as we speak, has been in power for 33 years. However, he feels entitled to stay in power because he fought. And no one else should take it away from him. Another point, we've got Kizza Besigye, who has been prominent, a nemesis of Museveni, opposition, and feels entitled that he should be the presidential flag bearer. He's not the president of FDC, but he wants to be the flag bearer for opposition. So why? That's where we are now. Because people, they feel entitled. I got a video clip for 1980, before Museveni went to the bush, when he said about people's power that needed to take over the government. Kizza Besigye has been saying people power for a long time. FDC Manifesto 2016 election, Article 43, it is there. 2018, Bobby Wine comes up and say, people power, people power, people power. However, among the three people they understand, they accept when Bobby Wine says people power. Why? His record is clean. He's been consistent in his music. What he's been saying is a close friend of Dr. Kizza Besigye. Now, let us look at this. Let me give you an example. I compare, when you go a freehold, it means the house and the land is yours. When you have got a leasehold, it means you've got the property, but not the land. So, what we see now, people, they don't understand that a title for president, a title for leader of opposition, a title for flag bearer is temporary. It can be vacant. That's why we go to election. So it's wrong for people to say single candidature. To people to say, I'm the only president. I went to the bush, and whoever wants to come into my seat should go to the bush. That is utterly wrong. We had the AG saying to the judge that she can go and hang. Is that acceptable? Answer is no. We had Charlie Gonza who said, what can you do in this government? What can you do in this Uganda? After assaulting a policewoman on duty. That is utterly wrong. We've had so many comments, so many atrocities, so many bad actions being carried against people who come and claim to support the opposition. The gentleman called Sweet Pepsi was beaten when Kyagulanyi came back from US. We got a police car which knocked off Besigye's supporter in a Karere. What happened to that? Akena, the journalist, was beaten. Daylight, what happened to the police who beat him? What happened to those who beat Kawoya? What happens to those who uses prior when people they are being taken on the pickup under the police custody, under the police watch? So for that reason, people they are fighting for freedom. People they have to fight for freedom. They've been forced to fight for freedom. And in this case, it's people coming up after those people. It's people's power. People saying enough is enough. But some people they say, oh dear, you don't have the guns. You don't rule the EC. Museveni has got everything. Yes, he has. I'll give you an example. Of recent, Uganda, you watch a lot of football. PSG was leading Man United 2 goals. They were in Paris. Man United went there with the belief they won. Why did they win? 2 reasons. They had the belief and they had the plan. Goliath was defeated by David, as small as he was, as big as Goliath was. So however, fellow Ugandans, you can overcome the mountains. You can overcome the obstacle. There are so many plans, strategies which can be laid in place. There is nothing that impossible. So where do we go now? The political dimensions. We've had people who believe their places is there for them forever. They cannot change. Museveni thinks he's the president. He cannot change. He will die in chair. Kizza Besigye thinks he's going to be the flag bearer for as long as Museveni is on the ballot paper. That is wrong. And then he doesn't believe in the ballot paper. Then there comes Bobi Wine, who says, let us register for the national identity card. Let us overwhelm them. They cannot steal the vote if we overwhelm them. That happened in Chadondo East. They were overwhelmed. He won by 20,000, and the rest of people, they go under 5,000. They were overwhelmed. So Bobby comes and say, I can win Museveni in the ballot. Give him a chance. Don't stick around. You are very viral. You can help. The people who comes in the background and say they are entitled. No, now where we are now, another dimension where we are now. We can see people who are there for positions of power. Bobby said, the people will vote you in, the people will vote you out. Therefore, Bobby has not appointed anybody. I look at people, Frank Gashumba, Muhammad Nseleko, they are bitter. Numbers, they are bitter. They think the bread is gone because they can see Bobby is coming. Bobby has got potential to win. Bobby can win the presidency, and they can see what is coming. So what they are doing is to go after them. We don't have this time now to go after each other. If you go a beef on Bobby, please, Kashumba, you got the number for Bobby Wine. Muhammad Nseleko, you can ring Bobby Wine. It's no point of holding social media. You want people to condemn. Everybody condemns violence. And let me tell you, Bobby Wine every time he will say he condemns violence. He despises violence. He tells people, don't be violent. How many times has Besigye said that? How many times has Museveni said that? I heard Museveni say he's the master of violence. When I was at university, I did my dissertation. It was about public social issue, but the dissertation from Museveni is about violence. When you are at the end of your university, they give you to do a dissertation. It can be a project, it can be something else. But that tells you about somebody's mind. Mine was about social issue. It is something we can talk about some other time. But look at this now in Uganda. Where do you see Uganda? How can we predict? What I'm seeing now, where we are now, people, they don't know, the government and those so-called who were there in opposition, they don't know how to deal with the Bobby Wine phenomenon. Bobby Wine effect is making them making mistake. They don't know what to do with the angry people. They don't know what to do with the people who have been frustrated for a long time. Young people, they want jobs, they don't have jobs. They want opportunities, they are not given opportunities. They can see other people earning a lot of money. They can see things, what has gone wrong. Don't underestimate young people. In 2014, there was a riot in London that was about young people. But the government of Britain sat down and they listened to young people. They created jobs. I'm telling you, when they created jobs, it changed everything. When you see young people uprise, when you see young people discontented, when you see young people complain, when you see young people they are violent, don't underestimate, don't think they shouldn't be. You have to understand why they are violent. If they have got jobs, would they be violent? If they have got jobs, would they be complaining? Uganda, where we are now, we are fighting for freedom. Other countries, they are working on to keep their country progressing. That's the difference. You go to Rwanda, you admire their progress. You go to Kenya, you admire their progress. Uganda is going to have a political paradigm shift. We like it or not. Where we are now, we are having confusion at the moment because no one knows how to deal with this. I haven't heard President Museveni announce his candidature for the president election in 2 years in advance. This year he did it because there is a panic. And Kizza Besigye and his group, there is anger. Museveni has got anxiety. That's why he's giving money to the ghetto. That's why we hear there are soldiers everywhere, taking every corner. For what? It's not about Rwanda. It's about Bobby Wine. Let us look at institutions who hold our country, who have let our country down. The police, under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the UPDF, we got the judiciary system, we got the Bank of Uganda. Should those institutions have been independent, whatever we see, it would not have happened. For instance, Bank of Uganda, they control the money. Where is all this money coming from? We see is going in the sack, is being given to people out. The Bank of Uganda can regulate the cash flow in the country. What has happened? Does it mean the government, those in government, they've got the PIN number for our Bank of Uganda? It shouldn't be. Police, they arrested people. How can you tell me Charlie Gonza until today has not been arrested? When Izake was arrested, was bundled in their car, taken to CPS, taken to Gulu. MP arrested like somebody who has killed someone. How comes Charlie Gonza has not been arrested? We got Bad Black. She walked herself to CPS. So he speak and choose. Our police, you've gone down. We got police vehicle knocking off Kizza Besigye supporter. Where is somebody who did that? Don't you know in your register what vehicle has gone out? The journalist gave you the number plate. What did you do with that? That cannot go on. We got police who beat people because they are wearing t-shirts that people power. That cannot be accepted. We got police beating women when they are being arrested. They strip them, they pull them naked. That is not accepted. We've got police who have got pliers. Why would you have pliers? To pull out people's muscles. You know, we got police who have got wielding stick. We got police who use tear gas. We got police who shoot. But the fact is there no policy. Before you shoot, what should happen? What should you do before you shoot? Is there any other option you can do before you shoot? Why are you in a hurry to shoot? The UPDF should go to wars. You should go to Somalia. You should go to Sudan. You should go to Rwanda. You should not come into our civil activities. When there is voting, stay out. When the public works, when the public decides, stay out. We want the right person to be declared as winner. Stay out. Stop intimidating us. You know, the money they spend on you is not because for you to keep one person in power. It's to keep Uganda safe. So stop intimidating us. We go fighter jets. You bring them in the air. You know, you do this. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Judiciary system. You know, they bring somebody to court, there is no judge. You deny people bail. You deny people justice. A judge taking bribes. It should not be allowed. Why would a judge take money? A judge is meant to give you justice. When we go to court, that's when we feel we are equal. Because nobody is above the law. Why would Lukutana, you know, Attorney General say, go and hang? Nobody has arrested him. Stella Nyanzi is in prison for saying just one word. And people, they buy red paper newspaper every day. No one cares. So, Uganda, we are where we are now. We have to be careful. We have to be honest to ourselves. And for you people whom I know you are positioning yourself to stand in 2021, we want you to be honest MPs. We want you to be MPs who are going to stand for their people. Therefore, and all those people who are asking money, there is no money from people power. People power is you, is everybody. Is no one person. It's not an institution. It's not a bank. There is no money. You have to help out and help out. So people stop asking for money. People stop thinking when Bobby becomes a president, I'm going to be a minister. I don't need any position. I'm just an activist and I'm just a volunteer. I can do anything for my country. I believe I've got loads of knowledge. I've got skills. I can put myself online. I am a policy maker. When you talk about policy, I understand it. And I can use whatever it is. That's why I'm saying Uganda problems, they can be sorted without any help. We can sort it out. What can't we do? People, we are fighting for freedom. The reason we are fighting for freedom is what we see, that police, Charigonza, assaults police, walks away. AG Rukutana says go and hang, nothing is being done. Journalists, they are being beaten. Media, they fear to talk about stories. They only say, oh, I'm going to be closed. Oh, I can't say this, I can't say this. Everyone lives in fear. So we need to fight for freedom so that we can express ourselves, so that all the fear is gone. Who wants freedom will fight for that. But let me tell you, people, it's not going to come easy. When you fight for freedom, it's not about fighting for privilege, fighting for entitlement. I was there, I have to be there. Oh, people, they have got to recognize me. And when they say something, oh, they have insulted me. They have insulted me. Stop that word. Bamvumi, mutegezaji. All the time, they have insulted me. Oh, they said this. Be prepared. I'm here. I'm prepared for any comment. And if you go back to my comment, I always reply people, whichever way you talk to me, because me, what I'm saying is not about me. I use the Constitution, the book. I use the facts. I use everything I see. So don't be there and sulk and say, oh, bamvumye, oh, batuvumye, abana abo, bwe balijja mu power, kakati bali babakola. Stop it. Stop it. You are guilty. You are desperate. That's why you are saying that. You know, you must know how to deal with people who are angry. After 33, they don't see any change. They don't see how their life is going to improve. That is what you have to address. You have to learn anger management. Why don't you give people a chance who know how to deal with that? When you see people, they come, you just say, oh, bamvumi, oh. No, stop it. We should stop it, please. Let us be honest. If your child cries, do you say, oh, this child is crying? No. Crying means 9 things. It can be hunger, it can be wet, it can be hot. You know? Can be that they are crying for love. Why don't we learn how to interpret why people, they are very angry? Should Uganda have angry people now? Go to Morocco, people, they are calm on the street. When they see you, they say, oh, welcome to Morocco. How are you? They don't say even all those Muslim words. But you, all the time, now you are threatening people. You want to deter people. No, people, they have to make comments. You have to be prepared for this. Don't take us backwards. We must move forward, please. Uganda is for everybody. Therefore, we need to tolerate each other. We like it or not. You need to sit down and say, even if somebody has said something in anger, what does it mean? Is it true or not? So forget saying, oh, she has been angry. He has been angry. But what about what he's saying? Why don't you take 2 sides? Why do you take one side? So fellow Ugandans, wake up. We are fighting for freedom. We have to fight for freedom. As for now, we shouldn't fight for freedom. But because of what has gone wrong, we are going to fight for freedom, which is going to bring better education, which is going to bring medical facilities, medical services, which is going to create jobs, which is going to have people decent houses, which is going to have transport that you can access all the services. You can go wherever you want. You can have a vehicle. It doesn't have to break down. You can see bridges which have broken down. Is that what you want? So that is what people power stands for. People power is looking for change. All those people who are angry, they are angry because something has gone wrong. Let us understand them. Let us speak to them. Why would we reject them? Why would we condemn them? Why would we dismiss them? They are fellow Ugandans. As long as we understand to accommodate each other, you will see that anger will go down. If you don't listen to somebody who is angry, it's going to make it worse. And your job will be even worse. Fellow Ugandans, I remind you, we are fighting for freedom. If the freedom was there, we wouldn't fight for freedom. And to fight for freedom is going to cost us quite a lot of energy, a lot of work, a lot of sleepless night. But it is something we have to do. What you going to say to your children if you don't do anything? What you going to do to yourself if you go back to hospital, there is no medication? If your children don't have jobs to do, if you don't have a decent house to sleep in, what you going to do? What you going to say? You think about this again and again. Are you going to regret? That is why I said it's not time to wish. It's time for action now. So fellow Ugandans, we are fighting for freedom. Something has gone wrong. We have to do something about it. There are no God-created people who are special there to do something about what has gone wrong. Everybody can. That is what people power is saying. Engage. Muchebereremu. Fena tuchebereremu.